Hi, this is Caroline of Kent Life Coach. I'm just doing this video really as an introduction and a way of saying hello to you. If you're looking into coaching or looking into possibly coaching with me, I know it can be quite tricky to decide who to work with. It can be quite tricky arranging that first appointment or knowing if coaching is for you or not. So I thought I'd just do a video clip to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me and my experience and why I coach, why I believe in it, how I work, so that you can get a sense if you think this is something that you might like to do. I know for me, coaching's changed my life. I'm so grateful I found it. It was one of these things you think, how can talking to somebody really make a difference? But oh my goodness, it really can. I know I'm a much happier person than I ever thought I could be. You know, there was a time where I felt very insecure and nervous and unsure about life, and I'm so grateful I found coaching and the tools and skills that came along with that set me free really, and now I'm happier than I ever thought I would be. So that's really why I coach, and my purpose as a coach is to help you to feel the way you want to feel so that you can do the things that you want to do. I believe it's our feelings that hold us back, it's our feelings that limit us, and if you think about it, it's so true. When we feel confident and sure, like life's easy, isn't it? We just get out there and do the things that we want to do. But if we feel a little bit unsure about ourselves, a little bit unsure about other people, if we're feeling stuck, if we're just feeling a bit, like a bit humdrum, a bit like, what's the point in life? I'm just a bit fed up. Nothing seems worthwhile. It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to know what to do. Or other times we just literally don't know. We literally don't know what we want. We don't know which direction to go in. We know where we are doesn't feel that great, but like, what do I even want? And when you feel that way, how do you make changes? Because like if you knew what you wanted, it would be easier to do it. But sometimes it's even the not knowing it almost feels too much. So these are the types of things I can help with. I can help to make a difference and help you to move forward. Coaching is amazing because it's like it helps you see things that you don't see in yourself. It helps you almost hold a mirror up to who you are and discover that there's far more to you than you realise, that you have far more skills, and actually that you know more than you realised you knew. It's all in there. It's all within you. It's just sometimes we need somebody else to help bring it out of us because we've just lived with it. We don't necessarily see it. And a coach is a bit like a mirror. In the same way I'm talking to you now and I don't know what facial expressions I'm using. I don't know what my face is doing, but you do. You can see that. And my job as a coach is to see stuff in you that you maybe can't see in that moment. And by helping you recognise what you can do, it can make a difference. So I'm trained in many modalities because what I like to do is, if I can, bring about change as swiftly as possible in the nicest possible way. I don't want an ongoing relationship with you. I don't want you to still be seeing me in a year's time, because if that's the case, I haven't done my job. I want you to gain the skills you need as swiftly as you can to move forward. And what enables me to do this is I'm trained in several modalities. Obviously, there's no one size fits all. You're beautifully unique. You're not the same as the next person I see. You are you. And if I was only trained in one modality, it'd be like I'd be trying to squeeze you into the box of that modality and make it fit. Whereas by being trained in several different modalities, psychological approaches, it helps me really flex and adapt to where you are and how your brain functions, how you process information, how you think. And it's that ability to flex that's really made a difference. I've been coaching now for nearly 20 years and trained originally as a life coach back in 2005. And since then I've studied a lot of other things. So I'm a coach. I don't know if you've heard of these things. I'm an NLP practitioner. Actually, I'm an NLP master practitioner and trainer. I'm an integral eye movement advanced practitioner. So all of these things, they're all a lot of letters really. I'm an MBIT coach. There's loads of stuff, loads of letters and modalities I could throw at you. But like I said, the main reason is that I can adapt and flex to you. But one of the really interesting modalities I use, which is a little bit more unique, and less well known, but really powerful and really does seem to make a difference with most clients most of the time really swiftly is a process called integral eye movement therapy. This is working with the idea that you can see as I'm talking, you can see me thinking and my eyes dart about. And this is what we all do. So the way our eyes shift in our head is very much linked to how we're processing the information. So integral eye movement therapy, we wiggle your eyes. Sounds crazy. But actually, while you're thinking about something, one of the things I may do is ask you to follow my fingers with your eyes while you're thinking about it. And this very simple process really helps the mind to rejig things and reorganize the thinking or how it's holding information, and helps it do this to bring about change that's perhaps swifter than other modalities that I've worked with or seen, and I've seen a few over the years. But because this is unusual, again, it's really hard to describe this stuff to somebody. It's really hard to say, this stuff is going to make a difference. I know before I was coached, I was like, how on earth does this stuff even work? How is having a chat with somebody or wiggling your eyes ever going to make a difference? Like, really? So I get that. That can be quite tricky if you're looking to work with somebody or if you've not done this type of work before. And this is the reason I offer a free discovery session, because again, how do you invest in something unless you know what the something is that you're investing in? So I think the best way for me to promote my work and for you to feel comfortable and secure is to offer you a free discovery session. So I'm really happy to invite you to book a free session. It is just that. It's an hour-long session, gives us a chance to get to know each other a little bit, me to find out a little bit about you, your situation, and how things are for you, and at the same time give you an experience of how I work. Because without that experience, how do you feel confident that it's the right thing for you? I never ever ask you to book in the session. In fact, I don't want you to do that, because, like I said, I'm about bringing about lasting change. I want, in terms of when I work, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference for you as swiftly as I can and in a way that's going to last and be consistent. So when you come for the free discovery session, we only have a small bit of time by the time we've done the get to know you and all of that. But my aim is to do some work with you that makes a difference. You start to feel a bit more positive and sure. And then what I want you to do is actually go away and take a couple of days to think about it. I will follow up in an email, and in that email I'll give you the packages and all of that stuff, all that information you need. And then in that I'll say, would you like to go ahead with the coaching? Because I think it's much better to have that bit of space and to check in and make sure that actually a day or 2 days later, you're still feeling a little bit more positive. It still feels like the right thing for you to do. And then when you're there, you can be sure that it's what you want to do. So that's how I work with it. It's in my consulting room here. You'll see a little bit of it. I have lovely yellow chairs, so I love yellow. So I'll invite you to my home consulting room. I'm based in Rusthall in Tunbridge Wells. I have plenty of parking at the house, and it just gives you that nice, safe space away from the rest of your world to do some work and to share the things that you need to share, and start to feel a bit more positive about your world, and start to realise that, things can feel easier. Life can feel better, and you can gain that direction that you're looking for. So this is me, Caroline Hart of Kent Life Coach. By all means, like I said, this first program, so sometimes this first step can be the trickiest. If you want to email me and ask any questions, by all means do, caroline@kentlifecoach.co.uk. If you prefer, if you're more of a face-to-face person, you want to have a chat over the telephone, give me a call. My number is 078 322 36647. I'm very happy to have a brief chat with you on the phone and answer any questions that you've got to ask, because sometimes we just need to know a bit of stuff before we're ready to even book a free session, and that's okay. Contact me in whatever way feels comfortable for you. And if you do want to book a free discovery session, I work evenings and weekends as well as weekdays. Saturday mornings, I don't work Sundays. By all means, give me a call or send me that email, caroline@kentlifecoach.co.uk, and we'll get you booked in for that free session. I hope this has been helpful and given you a sense of me as a coach. Anyway, thank you for watching.